National Health Program is a national program for prevention and control of deafness. Deafness is a common sensory defect in human body. Deafness is a degree of impairment in which a person is unable to understand the speech even in the presence of amplification. Deafness is a hearing loss, generally may be profound. It means people are not able to hear sound they reach least 90 decibels. Hearing loss is the most common sensory defect in human body. It is the second largest deficiency disease of persons suffering from deafness. Most of the people are living with this disability like deafness. World Health Organization estimate 63 million people are suffered with disability, hearing loss, or auditory impairment. About 291 persons are per 1 lakh populations are suffered with profound hearing loss in our country. Hearing loss is also included acoustic and traumatic injuries and noise-induced hearing loss. Impairment means any loss or abnormalities of psychological or physiological or anatomical structure and functioning of particular organ is called as impairment. In coming to ear impairment, there are giving different number of grades to the loss of deafness. There is no impairment. It can be indicated by zero iodometric ISO values are 25 decibels or less. There is no problems in the ear. Grade 1 is having slightly impairment 26 to 40 decibels per ear. Person is able to hear and repeat words spoken in normal voice at 1 meter. In moderate impairment can be designated by grade 2 41 to 60 decibels per ear. Person able to hear and repeat words using raised voice at 1 meter. Severe impairment can be indicated by grade 3 61 to 80 decibels per ear. The person able to hear some words when shouted in the better ear. Profound impairment means audiometric values are 81 decibels per ear or greater. The person is unable to hear and understand even shouted the voice. The person is not to understand the shouted voices. These are the various grades of impairments of ear. World Health Organization deafness is referred to the complete loss of hearing ability in 1 or 2 years. It can be included hearing loss is more than 90 decibels in the better ear. Hearing impairment according to World Health Organization is both complete or partial loss of ability to hear. Grades 2, 3, 4 is called as hearing impairment. The difference between deafness and hearing loss is a condition in which person reducing the ability to hearing sounds in normal way. Deafness means the person cannot understand the speech through hearing. When sound is amplified. Profound deafness means it is a total lack of hearing. This is the difference in between deafness and hearing loss. The major causes of hearing losses are by increasing the ages of the person and also producing the occupational hazards and wax in the ear. Patient is suffered with chronic infections of ear and diseases of tympanic membranes and also a hole in tympanic membranes and growth and masses in the ear and bones like related to cancers causes hearing loss and also hearing deafness is also called to occurs due to conjunctional maybe either hereditary or non-hereditary during pregnancy and pregnant women are suffered with rubella or syphilis and after delivery the pregnant delivered baby is having low birth weight and birth with aphaxia and using of some drugs like causes conjunctional deafness. In some type of deafness is produced by acquired deafness. The patient is suffered with diseases like meningitis, measles, mumps, and azotic media and causes injury to the head or ear and noise pollution and explosion and also having loud recreational noise from the use of audio devices at home, concretes and nightclubs, parties, bars, sports event causes deafness. The types of deafness is conductive deafness and sensorineural deafness and mixed deafness. In conductive deafness, there is a defect in the conducting mechanism of the ear, either external or middle ear. Sensory neural deafness means there is a lesions in the labyrinth and eighth cranial nerve. The mixed deafness means it includes the conductive deafness and sensory neural deafness or combination causes deafness. To control the deafness in India, government introduced the National Program for Prevention and Control of Deafness in 2007 on pilot plate model. In this program is introduced in 25 districts of 11 states and union territories. In post phase manner, 203 districts are introduced this program out of 20 states and union territories. It is a 12th 5-year plan proposed to expand to up to 200 districts on 2017. The major objectives of National Program for Prevention and Control of Deafness includes both long-term objectives and immediate objectives. The long-term objectives are decreases the deafness-related burden of diseases by 25% at the end of 11th 5-year plan. The early objectives are early identification of persons suffered with ear problems and giving diagnosis and providing treatment to the ear problems for preventing the hearing loss or deafness and also prevents the avoidable hearing loss and strengthen and existing intersectoral linkages for continuing providing the rehabilitation programs for disabled persons, and also improvement of capacity buildings for providing ear care services by establishing equipments, materials, and also appointment of persons. These are the various objectives of National Program for Prevention and Control of Deafness. The major objectives are prevention, treatment, and strengthening and the infrastructure by using manpower and using machine power and providing training to the persons who are working in hospitals and also providing treatment to the patients. The major components present in the National Program for Prevention and Control of Deafness is involves training of the manpower, infrastructure building or capacity building, service provisions and information, education and community activities. By using various types of strategies to control the deafness, by capacity building, by establishment of various institutions at district, sub-districts and village level, and also establishment of various levels of hospitals, and giving proper training to the mans, providing treatment to the disabled hearing loss persons, and also providing rehabilitation services to the disabled hearing loss persons. First one is capacity building. This capacity building is improvement of equipments and also another facilities in primary health centers and community health centers by providing ENT kits for screening of ear morbidity and early detection of hearing losses in respective states. The equipments containing headlight, ear specula, ear syringes, otoscope, and Jobson home probe, and turning fork, and noise makers, and also having medicines like borospirit ear drops, wax dissolving drops, antibiotic ear drops, cat and swab, and normal saline solution for healthcare workers. These are the various types of facilities providing at primary health centers and community health centers for improvement of capacity in district hospitals are also providing management of various ear problems and also providing deafness, and also refer to the another levels of institutions. The district hospitals are having various types of equipments like microscope, micro ear surgery instruments, micro drills, two sets, and pure tone audiometer, impedance audiometer, OAE machines, and sound rooms. By improving these services, government giving 20 lakhs for upgradation of district hospitals for management of ear problems and deafness cases in PSCs and CHC level. Hospitals are providing 20,000 for kit at for PHCs and 50,000 rupees for kits for community health centers. For providing capacity buildings in district hospitals, providing 20 lakhs for purchase of equipments in district hospitals. And state medical colleges are also having providing management of various types of treatments. It includes surgical microscope for ENT use, microdrill instruments, digital audiometers, impedance audiometers, OAE machines, and auto acoustic emissions and soundproof rooms. Second one is manpower training and development by giving training to the central ENT staff to the state ENT staff, and the state ENT staff is providing training to the district ENT staff. District ENT staff is providing training to the PHCs and community health staffs. District ENT staff also providing grassroots level workers like ANMs and multi-purpose workers, and also providing training to the ASHA workers, and also providing Panchayati Raj institutions. The training material can be providing, it will having a training manual for both medical and paramedical staffs. For providing training, 10 lakh rupees are providing to the each district hospitals. The level 1 involves state medical college, and also level 2 having district level ENT officers for 5 days and audiologist for 2 days. In level 3 involves obstetrician and gynecologist and pediatrics at district and community health levels for 1 day. And also level 4 includes medical officers of community health centers, primary health centers, medical officers under school health scheme, and medical officers involved in industrial health. Level 5 involves CDPO, AW supervisors, multi-purpose workers, ANMs, and primary health centers nurses. Level 6 involves AWW and ASHA workers and TBA workers for 4 hours. In level say involves primary school teachers, Panchayati members, and Mahila Mandal and parents of hearing loss infected children. These are the various levels of persons providing training. Third one is services provisions including rehabilitation. It is providing by 3 levels. Primary level includes primary health centers, community health centers, schools, and panchayatis. Secondary level services are provided by district hospitals. Tertiary level services are provided by state medical colleges. The services are including early detection of any deafness or hearing losses, and treatment providing ear screening camps, and referral to the another levels of services, and rehabilitation for hearing improvement, and providing hearing aids and machines. The service provisions including conducting screening camps for early detection and management of and also providing rehabilitation for hearing and speech levels by early detection and hearing screen camps, and treatment and referral to the another levels of treatments. Early detection can be done by at grassroots levels by using ASHA workers and AWW workers and ANMs and Panchayati Raj levels, and also done by district level pediatrics and gynecologists and ENT doctors and audiologists, and also detection can be done by school teachers, school health doctors, and primary health centers and community health center doctors. By conducting screening camps organized at primary health centers and community health centers and district level for general populations for early diagnosis of people suffered with either ear problems or hearing losses or hearing impairment or deafness. These Programs are conducted by PHC doctors and community health doctors and district level ENT specialists and trained under programs. These training programs or camps are developed by non-governmental organizations, and also conducting one screening camps will be organized for a month at one primary health centers or community health centers or district hospital by rotating these order. And also public health nurses and multi-purpose workers are also providing general treatment to the common ear problems like earwaxes under the supervision of PHC doctors. The trained PHC and CHD doctors are providing diagnosis of ear diseases and common ear problems. And also all persons are any difficulties are occurs, they are referred to the district hospitals. The district level ENT doctors are and also audiologists will provide comprehensive preventive and promotive curative medical rehabilitation services to the disability hearing loss persons. The district level pediatrics will be responsible for treating the ear diseases. It cannot be treated by district level officers. It can go for rehabilitation. There is a communication link between AWW and ASHA workers and other multi-purpose workers and PSC medical officers and primary health nurses, school teachers and school health doctors and private practitioners and district level doctors to eliminate the hearing losses and also giving early diagnosis of hearing problems. By conducting school level screening to detect the impacted earwaxes and secretions of otitis medias and also supportive otitis medias and automycosis and otitis externa endo can be identified. If any impairment is giving, it can be referred to the medical treatment and also providing surgical treatment and also working by using audiological assessment in sometimes using x-rays or CT scans and providing counseling to the school childrens. The children who are having positive ear and hearing diseases then go for clinical screening by done at school doctors and also by PhD doctors and also done by MBBS doctors or also ENT doctors. The each and every screened children details are recorded in the registers for any time of inspection and creating awareness about early identification of hearing impaired for removing the further complications related to deafness. This can be done by community level workers and doctors. The treatment can be given by primary health center nurses or multi-purpose workers under the supervision of primary health center doctors by giving proper treatment to the giving common elements and also providing ear drops and also providing treatment by trained primary health center doctors and doctors of community health centers and district level involves ENT doctors and audiologists. In district level pediatrics and also providing treatment if the surgery or hearing aid fitting or rehabilitation therapy is necessary, it can refer to the ENT doctors at higher levels. By using various types of models of hearing aids are using based on the model you are using three types of model A, B, C. Model A is used for fitting for 41 to 69 decibels and model B is used for 70 to 89 decibels, and model C is used for hearing loss is above 90 decibels. Using these three types of hearing aids. Hearing aids is a device used for improving the sound to audible to prevent the hearing loss. The main purpose of hearing aids are to understand the speech better and also giving better communication to others. There are different types of hearing aids are used. There are behind the ear and also having mini BTE. There are placed in behind the ear and also in the ear and also in the canal and also completely in canal. Based on the placement, there are used in their places. The major outcomes of a national program for prevention and control of deafness is it can be implemented in 228 districts of 27 states and union territories, and also 335 screening camps were successfully conducted, and about 6,380 hearing aids are successfully distributed to the disabled impaired persons. These are the success of national program for prevention and control of deafness. These are the finally the major aim is early diagnosis to prevent the